So you may or may not know this, but I'm a full-time music director in New York City, and I also run my own tech company. And no matter what business you're in, you've always got to eat. So I thought I would just show like a really easy meal as a dad and someone who's busy just like you, who's also dealing with everything going on in the world right now. Just a really quick meal that anybody can make at any time with a very small amount of ingredients in your own home that you probably already have. Welcome to Friday Foodies. So I just left the store and I got two things. I literally got 4 chicken wings and a sauce packet. And that's all you need for a quick recipe, whether you've got friends coming over or you're on your own. You've been working on music all day, working on tech all day, working on your business, working on your website all day, whatever it is. And you just want to make something because, I mean, I love ordering out. I love eating leftovers, but one of my favorite things to do that makes me feel creative, makes me feel alive, is actually making something. And whenever a friend comes over and you order food, that's great, but when you make them a meal, it's so fun. Or when you make yourself something to eat, it kind of just feels like you've accomplished something already, and it's just satisfying. So we're gonna go home, we're gonna make what looks like a really cheap, kind of easy thing into a really good meal. So stick with me. So everybody should be able to make a very quick meal. I'm going to teach you how to make an easy meal with things that you probably have either right across the street at your grocery store or in your house already. So thing number one, I have some wings, and these are cheap. They're like $5 and there's 4 of them. But if we actually open them up, come here, make sure we are washing hands. If I take one of these, you'll notice that these wings are not separated. So this is the wing, and this is, thank you, this is the wing, and this is the drumstick. So it seems like really like a difficult, crazy thing, but it makes you feel like a cave person. Thank you. Makes you feel like a cave person to actually tear these things open. I always screw this up, but there is 1 or 2 that I do correctly. So actually come right over here. Watch me. Over here, we're seeing this, we're seeing this. I'm gonna take this and get in close here. You're gonna hear this crack. Hear that crack? You see that bone sticking out there? Yeah? Okay, I know this is kind of gross. I apologize, you vegetarians. We're actually gonna take and we're just gonna cut right through there. And you now have a drumstick and a wing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to cut all the wings like this. It's just gonna take me 2 minutes, and then we're actually going to dry them out. So the way we do that is we have some paper towel here. I used to use actual kitchen towels, and my wife almost left me, okay, because it's really gross. These are chicken pieces. I get it, she's right. So I'm just gonna take these and I'm going to put them on the paper towel. I'm gonna cut up all these chicken pieces, and then I am going to cook them up super easy. Anybody can do this. I'll see you in a few minutes. We can turn it off. Okay, come here. Okay, so I've got all the wings cut, and the drumstick and the wing and the little tips are separated. Super easy process. But one thing that you want to do to make sure you have crispy wings is to actually dry them off. So I know this is kind of gross and I haven't washed my hands yet, and you need to make sure you wash your hands. But you put them in a paper towel, not a real towel. You'll get in trouble. You put them in a paper towel and you just actually squeeze them and dry them. And I'm gonna leave these here to dry on my counter for about, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like that, just so that all the excess moisture gets off the wing, off the drumstick, off the chicken. I'm just gonna start saying chicken. Off the chicken, so that it makes a really nice crispy wing. We will be back. Okay, so just to prove it to you, I am washing my hands. If you don't know to wash your hands, just know if you're dealing with raw food, you need to wash your hands. You can get, bacteria and stuff and get sick, so make sure you keep washing your hands. I've cut up all these chicken pieces, and look here, I've got just a real quick tray. Now, just to keep the kitchen clean, I'm gonna show you a little trick. When I cook on a tray like this, I use parchment paper. So parchment paper goes onto this pan here, and it can go into the oven, and it will it just won't catch on fire or anything like that, but it keeps your pan, your tray, really, really clean. All the junk will go here, won't go there. It makes them last a lot longer. And here is the secret ingredient. Everybody ready? We showed this at the grocery store, this stuff right here. So one of the reasons I like to cook is one of the same reasons that I do tech, one of the same reasons I play music. I like to be creative. And I can open up my fridge anytime I want. We don't have to show the fridge. When I can open up my fridge anytime I want, I can make a box of mac and cheese. I can use leftovers, but sometimes I actually kind of like to get a little bit more handsy in the kitchen and make something that's just a little bit more involved because it makes me feel creative. Just like I like to get creative with tech and music, I like to get creative with food as well. Now this, if you're looking at this and thinking, is this healthy? No, it is not. If you're thinking, is this advanced cooking? It absolutely isn't. This is so easy. You essentially take this little packet, you heat up your oven to 450. I actually did 475, so we're going to cancel that. Bake 450. See, even I can make mistakes. And start. And then I'm going to get one more thing. I'm going to take all of these pieces of chicken and I'm going to throw them into a big Ziploc here. So you might be thinking, like, you know, you come home from a long day of doing tech support, or a long day of playing with your band, or a long day of editing, and you want to eat something substantial. All the places are closed, nothing is available to you to order. You just want to make something that is like savory and good and makes you feel good. This is that recipe. So I just dump this powder in here, throw this chicken in here, and this is my favorite part. Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. We're gonna shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
What does that do? Does that blow your mind?
Okay, just gonna take this, just like that, all that powder, and we're just gonna shake it up. Now it says on the packet you wanna use like, maybe it says like a couple pounds of chicken with this, but I didn't get a couple pounds. It's just meat, okay? So I don't need a couple pounds. I already have a couple of pounds. Declan says thumbs up. Okay, is it evenly coated?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
I had no clue.
You have no clue, that's fine. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna set these right onto this parchment paper. You see they're nice and evenly coated. Now you don't want to do this until they're ready to go in the oven, because if you throw all this stuff onto the chicken and then just let it sit there and wait for the oven to heat up, it'll get sticky and weird, and it's just not as positive of an experience. So just to kind of recap before I throw these in, the chicken was like $5. Parchment paper pan, everybody's got some of this stuff. You don't have to use the parchment paper, but the pan, you got that in your house. Everybody's got a plastic bag. You smell the spice?
Yeah, it smells good.
Okay, yeah, it smells good. So
Highly recommend this.
Highly recommend this. Super cheap recipe, super easy. And if you've got friends coming over after a long day and you're thinking like, I want to cook something, I want to be cool, I want to look good in front of my friends, or if you just want to make something for the wife, maybe wings isn't the way to go, but if they may like wings, who knows?
Salad.
Yeah, okay. But you kind of look like you can kind of look like a pro in the kitchen without having to do a ton of pro stuff. So we're gonna take these, we're gonna throw them right into the oven, and when we come back, we are going to have super savory wings. How long do we put them in the oven for? We put them in the oven for, what I like to do is I put them in the oven for about 12 minutes, 15 minutes, pull them out, turn them, and then put them back in for another 12 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven. So we will get that started. I will see you in a few minutes. One other side note, I'm just gonna film this on my own, that, you know, while you're working it in the kitchen, clean up as you go. Just grab your stuff, throw it away, the same way as if you're doing, oh, you wanna film this? All right, cool. Yeah. Declan's back. I got my man Declan filming. Same way as if you're, you know, doing any other project. Clean up as you go, then at the end you won't have as big of a mess to take care of. Thank you. So I do want to say one thing before I continue, and that is, I like to cook, I like to do tech, I like to do music. You may not. Hey Google, pause my vacuum. Got a little tech here in this kitchen video as well. You're welcome. I forgot that was running. You know, one thing I like to do is cook. That may not be your thing, but there's a couple YouTube channels out there, and since this is my first Foodie Friday, which is the working title and probably the continuous title because I won't think of anything better, of this little series I'm doing, there's a couple of YouTube channels out there that I just absolutely love that helped me get in the kitchen and start having fun and getting creative. One was healthy junk food. Love those guys. They're super silly, super fun, and really good at what they do. Another, which was originally called Brothers Green, is now called Pro Home Cooks or Pro Home Cooking. I'll have the link, obviously. Amazing channel, really, really fun. Tons of videos that are really, really easy. Also really complicated at times that show you how to make fun sauces and dishes and get in the kitchen and show how anybody can cook. Let's see, there's Sam the Cooking Guy, of course, he's amazing. There's Chef John over at Food Wishes. And I do love like BuzzFeed's like Tasty and all that kind of stuff. There's tons of YouTube channels out there that will maybe help you feel a little bit creative in the kitchen, like I feel creative in the kitchen and feel accomplished when I make something. Check it out. Stop. Love that. It's 12 minutes up. First 12 minutes, okay? Now you don't have to do this step. Don't shake it. You don't have to do this step. Oh.
Ooh, dangerous.
But
I like it.
You don't have to do this step, but it's something that I do. I think it is helpful. Just grab little tongs here. Every time you grab these, you got to give the clip test. You know? Come on. And all I do is, sometimes it's a little sticky, and that's why I do this. I flip these over. Remember, we've got this sauce, this little sauce packet right out of the grocery store. Got these wings 5 feet away from that sauce packet at the grocery store. It's like $5 or $6 total, maybe, well, depending on your prices, obviously. So I just flip these over because they can get a little bit crispy, and I just throw them right back in. Okay, so our wings are almost done. There's like a minute and a half left on the timer. You don't have to show the timer. It's like a minute and a half left on the timer, but I want to talk about a couple things. Remember, this is super cheap, not super healthy, but it's not fried wings, so whatever. Super cheap meal, very easy. Just stand still. Very easy to make. And remember, I got them from, I can just get chicken wings all broken up at the store, but it cost a couple dollars less to get them uncut and cut them yourself. I just got like a sauce packet that that was a couple bucks, sprinkled them on there, and I've got a meal. So maybe you're feeling lazy, but you still want to cook something nice that tastes good. This is the way to do it. Maybe you've got friends coming over, you need an appetizer or something to eat while you're watching a football game. This is the easy way to do it. And last but not least, you just want to make sure that things are cooked properly, that they taste good, and they look good if you're presenting them to someone else. So number one, I want to have something that looks like this. This is just a little meat thermometer. And on it, on some of them, not that one, on some of them it will actually say, here is poultry. And that little red line to go will, when I stick it into a chicken wing, will tell me that it's cooked all the way through. You do not want to eat any raw chicken. It will make you very, very sick. I've got a really tough stomach, but other people do not. Second thing, I'm going to go ahead. Second thing, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the wings now. Okay, so I can go ahead and turn my oven off. I know they're done because I've cooked these a bunch. Second thing, when I pull these out. When you make chicken, when you make a steak, and you pull it out, you just want them to sit. You just want them to sit for a couple minutes. You want all that flavor just to go right back into the chicken wing or the steak or whatever you've made. You just want to chill. And let's talk about something else. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's say I was presenting this to someone I care about. I'm going to take this plate. And there's tons of stuff, when you're doing stuff easy like this, like chicken and wings and things like that, you can do all sorts of things. Like, I have hot honey here that I could throw on these guys as a presentation.
You pranked me with that before.
I have pranked you with that. Here is something called mambo sauce. It's like a little spicy and tangy. It's like a better version of ketchup that I can sprinkle on there. Oh, but let's actually go a little bit more classic. So here's some ranch. Just take some. All right, let's get a wide shot of this, bro. Let's back up a little bit. You ready? A little closer, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. And just, come on, come on. Just, oh yeah. Okay, just put it on the plate. You know, just kind of put it all over the place. And then, now that my wings have rested a little bit, I just come right over here. And maybe I just make like a, here you go, just make like a little design with the ranch. Look at that. Don't shake the camera. It's very disorienting. A little design with the ranch, just like that. Okay. And then, so you still got me? And then I just plate these guys real nice, just like that. Okay. Maybe a wing. So now I've got a super delicious, listen, so now I've got a super delicious plate of wings. It cost me a very small amount of money. I made it in 30 minutes tops. There we go, right there.
Very yummy.
I made it in 30 minutes tops. It's ready for me to eat. It's gonna be super sweet. It's gonna be super sticky. It's gonna be really spicy if I want it to be. And I'm really excited about it. I'm not gonna bite into one now, as my son's telling me to do, because they are hot. Just because you work a full-time job, or you have a side hustle, or you've been editing all day, or you've been making music all day, doesn't mean you need to come home and just get McDonald's, which is fun, and if you like it, that's great. You can
Classic.
You can make a super killer meal that will impress your friends and even impress you, make you happy, fill your belly, and be good to go. This is our first Foodie Friday. Thanks.